G'day everyone, and welcome to Griffinix Tabletop Miniatures. In this video, we're going to check out the M113 T50 Platoon for the Australian forces, or ANZAC forces, of World War III, Team Yankee, by Battlefront Miniatures. Yes, let's have a look at this. Now, most of the people that have subscribed to my channel have seen that I like Games Workshop's tabletop products, such as Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, 40k, Horus Heresy, Necromunda, all of that. Now I love those games, don't get me wrong. They're my favourites. But next to Games Workshop's sort of title games, there are two other games that I like to play when it comes to tabletop wargaming, and one being World War III Team Yankee, and another game by Battlefront Miniatures as well, in the same scale as this, is the old Flames of War. Now, let's have a look. Now, I've brought these before. This isn't my first box of these, but as you can see, you get a little plastic sleeve with what I believe is either some type of alternate plastic that you probably should use super glue on rather than polystyrene cement. But yeah, you know, a lot of these little crew in some of the past kits from their range and from their Flames of War range have been metal. So it's it's nice to have some lighter options. Anyway, let's have a look at the contents. Alright. Oh, there's a little bit more stuff in there, sorry. Hey. Get that out of the way. Set it there for now. Another lot of that. Set that aside. Okay. Alright, so it's nice. It comes with the little cards. Also comes with some metal components, as you can see, some turret bits, some hatches, some guns, and some dudes. We'll look at that more closely later. Oh, there's a few more there. Now, let's see. This is the sprue that you get in the kit. Let's try and bring it closer to the camera so you can see some of these smaller details. So unlike Warhammer, as you can see, this is a much smaller scale if you're not familiar. It's 15 millimeters, and now I wouldn't normally bother with the 15 millimeter scale for anything other than, I'd say, Battlefront's range, whether it be Team Yankee or Flames of War. Like, for instance, Warhammer, Games Workshop, they're coming out with that smaller scale of, what do they call it now? I've forgotten what it's called. Basically a smaller scale version of the Horus Heresy. And I was slightly excited, but then I was like, you know what? Nah, that's alright. I'll keep them in the big scale, and I'll have these as my smaller scale. But as you can see, the sprue is clean. The parts are very well detailed for their size. You can see like the smaller, like you can see the tires even on these wheels, and the little sprockets in the middle, and even the little rivets on there. You can see the tiny little rivets, which is brilliant. And yeah. These are fine, a fine plastic. They go together quite easily and well with your traditional polystyrene cement. But as I said before, with some of these bits, like this, and like these, you probably want something akin to this, a super glue of some kind. In this box, you do get 5 of these, which is lovely. I do need to buy more of them because my Australian Army, or ANZAC force, out of my Team Yankee stuff, is actually my smallest. And being an Australian, I think I should be slightly ashamed. So, see, that's the 5 of those. Sit them up there for the minute. Move the other sprues into the shot. Let's see. On here, you can see we've got some additional detailed parts for different variants of the kit. Some side skirts, different turret options, some different guns, machine guns, cannons, mortars, etc. Yeah, because there's a lot of different variants for this, and not all obviously Australian. There's American, Canadian, Dutch, all the NATO countries basically. Yeah, and they're all fairly much, or not just fairly much, they are all the same, as you can see. Each of these. Yeah. Now, let's have a quick look at the contents of the metal part. But like I was saying, my Australian force is, or ANZAC force, is the smallest one I have. And being an Australian, I think I should get a bit more. And now that they've done a re-release, or the second wave release, so to speak, of NATO and that, they've done a new book outlining their forces and added some new units, like LAVs and a few other things. So if you're interested in Team Yankee and even Flames of War, keep an eye out here on this channel. You will find videos of those games coming very soon. So if you like this content, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date. And also, yeah, give us a like if you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll get back to checking these bits out. So as you can see, there's a character here with the missile launcher, as you can see. So there's options for that, and then you've got some, what looks like a loader for the mortars, I'd say. That's what these guys probably are, because, oh, hang on, this guy's holding his ears, so there's just some guys perhaps standing aside while he fires the missile or something, and this guy looks like he's going to load the mortars. Anyway, you've got these guns to go in this, basically. That's the weapon. Get that little spare bit of metal off. But yeah, I love these little miniatures. They're very small. Most of their kits are moving over to plastic, although they still have a few resin kits and resin metal combined kits, which is fine. They go together quite well usually. Just a bit of super glue on that. Yeah, anyway, I'll fix that up with clippers. Don't worry about it right now. Yeah, and the hatches, obviously, to go on there. Should you want them shut, open, etc. I always find it fun getting these kits out and having a look. Yeah. When I first started getting into tabletop wargaming, obviously I started with Warhammer, and I started with Warhammer 40k, to be precise. And it was a wonderful entry point, but pretty soon after I started, within the first year or two, Flames of War became a thing and was very popular. So, at least at my local hobby store. So, yeah, that's when I got my first taste of that, and I started my Flames of War, or Battlefront Miniature collections, you could say, with a British force, actually. World War II force. But for my Team Yankee, I do have a British force as well. I also have Dutch, just for the fun of it. And one of the reasons I chose, well, the Dutch as such, is because everyone in our little gaming group basically played Americans or Soviets. And so I was happy to have British because I like the British forces, always have. You know, Australia being part of the British Commonwealth, it seemed appropriate to me. And yeah, so I've got a very large army of British, a sort of medium-sized force of Dutch, and a small force of Australians and New Zealanders. Yeah, anyway. They don't always go back into the boxes perfectly, but that's because I'm impatient and silly, but that's alright. You get an idea of what you get in these kits, and I think they're really good value, especially these days, given the cost of Games Workshop products, you know, going up. But everything's going up in price, so I shouldn't really be surprised about that. But yeah, I've always liked these kits. They're very well made. Here's an example, just here. It's not a M113 or T50, but it is a Chieftain for my Brits. And yeah, I just have this around on the desk as a reminder to me while I'm working on Warhammer that, you know, I've still got a whole bunch of these to finish painting, and yeah, I really like them. I just love the fact that they're small and you can fit a lot on a table, you know, like you can fit a lot in a small space compared to Warhammer 40k. Anyway, you get some of these cards here. Let's open this up and have a little look inside. Ooh. Oh, we also get Australian tanks transfers, as you can see. Just a small little set of transfers. Nice. Now, let's have a little look-see. It's also got the Scorpion armoured troop things in here. That's very interesting. Anyway, let's have a look. You've got the M113 Red Eye Sam section card. Now, obviously, these points and things will be different now, given that there's an updated set of cards. But, yeah, doesn't matter. We can still have a little look at these anyway. You got, yeah, Red Eye Sam section. I'm just covering some of the information there so that, you know, you can still go out and buy rule books and whatnot. Yeah, so you've got the Sam section, which is nice. You've got the cavalry troop, which is what I'm making these to be. And there they are, the M113 LRV. You've got the mortar section, like I said, like you've got the mortar option in there. A little loader for it, by the looks of things, a little man. 125. And this is what the other ones will be, part of the transport. Yeah, nice. And that's the M113 with the T50 turret, as you can see in the little picture. They're nice, clear little cards. Laminated and whatever. They're very slidey, so to speak. Nice. And just a thing about how to move and whatnot. Anyway, I think what comes in these kits is really, really brilliant. You get the cards, you get your model, kits, and you still get all your spare parts and stuff, you know, for different variants and things, which is always nice. And yeah, I really appreciate that. Got some kits, and as you can see here on the back of the box, we'll just have one quick little look, and it tells you obviously the contents. You get your unit cards, your decal sheet, your mortar crew, red eye gunners. That's what the gunners are for. Actually, oh look, yeah, you got the loader guy and the other guy holding his ears. Right, that makes perfect sense. And you get your plastic tank commander sprue. I'm guessing that's it. And 5 of the tanks. Nice. And very simple instructions on how to put them together. Very good. Now, do any of you out there collect Team Yankee? Or any of Battlefront's miniatures? Perhaps anything from Flames of War, even. Anyway, I'd be very interested to know. You know, please feel free to discuss the kit, the game itself, even, or anything really, in the comments below. Like to hear about how yous are doing your things down there, if yous are interested in this, and yeah, if you'd like to see these being built or painted up at some stage in the future, you know, please let me know, and we could definitely do that as a video in the future for sure. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. I've been your host, Matt the Hat. I'll catch you in the next one.